Welcome back to another video. My name is Tali and thank you for joining me today. Today I will be announcing the giveaway winner and I will also be doing the Q&A that I asked you guys to do to enter the giveaway. So let's get started. So I received a lot of good questions that I'm really excited to answer, and I decided to do a Q&A so you guys can get to know me a little bit better, since I feel like a lot of my subscribers don't know who the heck I am. So if you guys are interested, go ahead and keep watching. Okay, let's go ahead and start with the first question, and it is, what got you into reading? So I have been reading ever since I was a little girl, but I did come from a household that didn't see reading as important. Now it's like completely different because now everyone in my family reads. So I lived in a household that didn't see reading as really important. I saw it as not important, even though I did do it as a hobby. But in 5th grade, that's when I really got into reading because of my favorite teacher. We're gonna call her Miss G. I'm not gonna say her complete name, but she really inspired me and motivated me to read more because she's the one who recommended me a lot of books. And she had a cupboard in the back of her room, and she always like recommended me books that I would really like, and that's when I started reading every single day. I used to take my books everywhere, even to the store. That's pretty much what really got me into reading. And yeah, so the second question is, what's the first book you remember reading? Okay, like I mentioned, I started reading when I was really small, so I pretty much don't remember, but I would have to say any Magic Tree House books or Junie B. Jones books, because I remember those are the books that really got me into reading. I would say either one of those. What would you say is your favorite book series? So I recently started reading book series, and I would have to say the Infernal Devices series because of the love triangle and because the characters, or I would have to say Harry Potter series, either one of those series. Okay, 4th question, what is your favorite childhood book? I would have to say The Given Tree is my favorite childhood book because I don't know, it just teaches us a lot about life and giving without expecting anything back. And even though it was banned at a library because it was interpreted to be sexist, I have pretty devastating lessons that a child can learn from in those kinds of situations. So that's my favorite childhood book overall. Okay, let's keep going really fast. Which Harry Potter book and movie is your favorite? So this one, it's kind of hard, but I would have to go with Deathly Hallows because that's basically the whole ending to the whole series, and I really loved the ending. The ending made me really cry, and it's a book that I'm never gonna forget because of how devastating, but at the same time very exciting to read. And the movie would have to be the first one because that's the only one that I remember. And the rest of the movies, I don't have like a clear vision of what exactly happened, and I have to rewatch them again. Favorite authors? I love this question. Okay, my favorite authors: Stephen King, Nicholas Sparks, James Patterson, Taylor Jenkins Reid, and Cassandra Clare. Those are my favorite authors. Let's see, next question. What's a book you're hoping to get a sequel to? I would have to say The Immortalists by Chloe Benjamin. The ending, what the hell happened? This is a book with an ending that has no ending, and I really want to know what happens to the rest of the characters. It is about 4 siblings who find this woman who are able to tell them how they're going to die. I feel like it's a book that can continue, and I would really expect for a sequel to come out of this book. Were you always sure on what career path you wanted to follow? No. I changed my major a couple of times actually. So I entered college without knowing what I wanted to do. So that's basically why I spent so much time in college. So the first 3 years I declared my major as psychology, and then I changed it to nursing, and then I ended up changing it again to a teacher. I've always wanted to work with kids, and I never knew what exactly I wanted to do. So I've always regretted going to college and not deciding on what I wanted to do exactly, but at the same time it led me to where I am today, and it led me to know exactly what I want to do, which is an English teacher and a writer. I do have a degree in liberal studies, which is to be a teacher, but I'm hoping to go back and do a master's in English. So yeah, I was not sure on what career path I wanted to follow. Next question. Is your next video related to photo ideas? No, but I would love to do a video like that. I do have a video on that, on how I do my Bookstagram pictures, but I would love to do a video on photo ideas. So yeah, I will do that soon. Okay, the next questions are, how do you decide on what to read next? Bookstagram has helped me a lot on deciding what books I want to read, and I do keep a dotted journal, and on a page I put books I want to read. So I put all the books that I want to read on here, and then for the next month I choose some of those books. I either order them online or I go to the bookstore and see if I can find them on there, and then I put them on my TBR in order. So I think of like what books seem a little bit more interesting to me, and then I put them in order, and that's how I decide what books to read next. And when you write them down, I feel like you follow this process a little bit more, and you're more motivated to decide on what to read next. Okay, what is your current annotation process? So for my annotating, no, I lost my little, oh here it is. For my annotating process, I actually keep a color key, and I use these color tabs that I got on Amazon, and each color represents something different. I'm gonna go over them really fast. The dark purple is for sad things or things that I dislike. Light purple is for things that make me happy from the book and my favorite parts. Pink is for the characters or any character developments that I see throughout the book. For orange, it's any vocabulary that I don't know and any quotes from the book. Yellow is the plot, main ideas, or summaries. And the green is for figure of speech, so any similes, metaphors, themes from the book. And for blue, it's any connections from other books or from movies or anything related that I've heard from that story, and also questions that I have about the book. Okay, let's go. Will you keep doing reading vlogs? And yes, I love making reading vlogs. I've been loving making them for you guys. So yes, I will do more reading vlogs. Okay. What's your favorite YA book? Okay, so my favorite YA book, it has to be I Wish You All the Best by Mason Deaver. I read this one a long time ago, but it's a story that will be with me forever. A book about romance and the character coming out to his parents as non-binary. Before reading this book, I did not know exactly what non-binary meant, even though I did take a class on sexuality. It made me learn a little bit more of what a non-binary person is. So this is my favorite YA book. Okay, book recommendations for your viewers. This is a very easy one because in the past year I've put 2 books as my favorite books ever, and it has been The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. This is the best book that I have read in the past 2 years. It's amazing. I love Evelyn Hugo. The ending broke me. I cried so much, and I didn't forget that story for a very long time. And the other one is I'm Not Your Perfect Mexican Daughter. This is by Erika Sanchez, and this one is absolutely amazing. I love it because I related to it a lot. I'm Mexican, and a lot of like viewpoints about living in a Mexican household and how your parents expect you to be perfect, but there's a lot of secrets that we can hide when we have strict parents. So I would truly recommend you guys reading this one. It's amazing. Okay, next. What are some of your favorite characters? I love this question. I would have to say Ron from Harry Potter. He's my favorite character. He's so funny. He's so adorable in the books and also in the movies. Evelyn Hugo, she's my favorite character. I want to be just like her when I grow up. Just kidding. Jem Carstairs from the Infernal Devices. He's super cute and adorable. I love him so much. Even though I don't know how he looks like, I just imagined him as a handsome brunette boy with colored eyes. Did he have colored eyes? Yeah, I think he did. Okay, those are my favorite characters. Okay, what is your reading challenge for this year? Okay, so I'm gonna go on my GoodReads really fast. My challenge is to read 80 books, and I have read, and then part of the other question is, let's see, how many books have you read already? And I have read 36 books out of 80 books, so I'm 4 books ahead of schedule, which is something surprising because this is the year that I'm gonna achieve my challenge, and I'm so excited. Okay, next question. This one was one of my favorite questions because I've always wanted to tell someone I've always wanted to answer this question. If you were to write a novel, what would it be about? And it would be about sexism and feminism and living in a Mexican household. Just like this one, but a little bit different, like relating to the male in the family gets the most attention. I've heard a lot of stories about being Latino and the males in the family getting the more attention and the girls getting the least attention. Household, the girls need to clean, and making sure to change that, you know. And I want to write a novel about that, about sexism and how the world is changing and how both women and men can rule the world, not just men, you know what I mean? So I want to write a story about that, about those topics. I don't exactly know yet how I want to start it, but those are some topics that I have put in mind. Can you rank all genres from your favorite to least favorite? Okay, so number 1 is thriller, mystery. I'm gonna put it as the same. Second is romance. Third is horror. Fourth is fantasy. Fifth is what other genres is there? Classic books, and then last, poetry. Next question: if you were a character in a book, do you think you'd be a protagonist, side character, villain, damsel, or know-it-all, or love interest? I would have to say a villain. I would have to say a villain. I'm mean, and when I read books, I characterize myself more as the antagonist, the villain. So I would have to say a villain. Can you find a common thread recent to the books you have DNF'd? And if you have never DNF'd a book, the same question stands for your top 5 favorite reads. Actually, I have. Nonfiction. It was actually nonfiction. I DNF'd it because it's just so much information that they threw. I DNF'd this book because it was something that I didn't really relate to. So the reasons would have to be that I didn't relate to it. Okay, next question is, what is your favorite book of all time? That one is The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, or The Green Mile by Stephen King, because that has been my favorite book by Stephen King. So I would have to go with any of those books. Okay, next question is, if you could choose a fictional universe from a book series, which would it be? I would have to go with the Harry Potter series. Who wouldn't like to live in that world? I would love to be in the Harry Potter world. Very magical, and I love it. When I went to Universal Studios and I entered the Harry Potter world, it was just like very cool, and it really felt like I was in the Harry Potter world. So I would have to say the Harry Potter series. What book do you always recommend? I always recommend The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Let's see, would you move out of the country for work? I would have to say maybe in 2 years, yes, but I'm working and being more independent. The next question is, what are the qualities you admire in others? And that would have to be a sense of being supportive and fun and trustworthy. That's what I admire in others. Okay, let's see. And then we're gonna go to the YouTube questions. What is a book you'd love to see get turned into a movie adaptation? I'm Not Your Perfect Mexican Daughter. I want to see this one in a movie adaptation. I think there's a play, but I really want this one to be a movie. I don't care if they change things like they do on a lot of books, but I would love to see this one turned into a movie. If you could rewrite any book, which one would it be? Oh my god, this is a hard one. A book that I would rewrite is Dear John by Nicholas Sparks. I love that book. It's very sad and I really loved it. It has been one of my favorite books growing up, so that would be one of the books that I would rewrite. Question is, do you have any tips on how to read more? My tips would be to write them down. Put them on your dotted journal. Keep track of your pages. This has helped me a lot this year in reading more. So I keep my books written down and I write them in order. So I start from the top all the way to the bottom, and I keep track of my pages every single day. So in one day I say I'm gonna read this many pages, and that makes you put that as a goal. Write it down, keep track of your pages. That would be my tips on reading more. Next question, what did you study in college? I studied liberal studies to be a teacher. What is your favorite Harry Potter book and why? I already answered this one. Those are all the questions. Once again, thank you guys for asking me questions, and thank you to the ones who entered my giveaway. Yeah, so I'm gonna announce the giveaway winner right now. So we're gonna 3, 2, 1. We're gonna tap it to spin it. Are you guys ready? Okay. Woo! Okay, Chloe Grace, you are the winner of the giveaway. Congratulations! Yay! Alright, so that is all for today, guys. Congratulations once again to Chloe Grace for winning the giveaway. That finalizes this video. Thank you guys for sticking all the way until the end, and hope you guys learned a little bit more about me. I hope to make more videos and more giveaways in the future. And if you don't follow me on Instagram, I will put the link down here, and Twitter here, Tumblr, Pinterest, what else? And of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I will talk to you guys later, and have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you guys later. Bye!